Hey guys, so I am back with another review. For today, we have Twister's review. I just seen it premiere night. This is being recorded on a Wednesday, so hopefully I get it up by Thursday morning, so you guys have a chance to buy the tickets for the weekend. Straight off the bat, I just wanted to say it went over my expectations for how good the movie was going to be. It was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of the dialogue. I enjoyed all the cinematography, everything. Really good movie, really fun movie. Rating I would give it is probably a 7.5 out of 10. I was struggling between a 7 and an 8, but I decided on 7.5. I saw this movie in Screen X format. This was the first time I went to go see Screen X, and I didn't really like it too much. I would much rather prefer AVX or IMAX for these big type of movies, but I just wanted to try out Screen X, so we gave it a shot, and it was okay. Not too bad, but I would definitely prefer AVX or IMAX. First off, I will just talk about the sound score and music. It was weird. I really liked it. The music they used was sort of like country music, and they were playing it at these very high intensity moments, high action moments, and it went along with the scenes very, very well. I was surprised that it went along that well, but they did a very good job at putting in that sort of country music along with the scenes that were being filmed, which were very action based. A lot of stuff happening at the same time. The story, if you guys don't know, is about a group of tornado wranglers, tornado chasers, whatever you want to call it. The movie stars Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. Glenn Powell plays Tyler Owens, total badass character. Daisy Edgar Owens plays Kate. They both have their two separate tornado chasing groups, and all I'm gonna say, I don't want to spoil too much of the movie. I just think you guys should go watch it for yourself. It is a theater watch type of movie, so I highly recommend you guys watch it in theaters. Dialogue of the film, it was interesting. It definitely was not up to peak the entire time. I remember at the beginning of the movie, for the first few scenes before the Tyler Owens introduction, I was sort of falling asleep. It was a little bit boring, and then right when Tyler Owens showed up, Glenn Powell's character, it automatically picked up the whole vibe, the atmosphere, the feeling of the movie. It all just shot up right away. His character brings a lot more to the table than Kate's character, and I think his character did a very good job at pulling the audience into what is tornado chasing, tornado wrangling, as he says. Besides that, there were some parts here and there where the dialogue was just stretching on for a little bit too long. Not that that's always a bad case, but in this case it was, because it's not a long movie and it just made some scenes feel like they were being stretched on for just a little bit longer than they should have. CGI, explosions, all of that was beautiful. A bunch of tornadoes here and there. The CGI was done very, very well. I really like the CGI in this film. I don't like CGI a lot of the times because we get a lot of bad CGI in some of these big production movies, but this movie had very good CGI. I enjoyed all of the CGI aspects, all of the special generative material that was being produced, along with the practical stuff. So wind, rain, stuff like that. It was very well combined with the VFX to make everything look as real as possible. Acting of the two main leads was amazing. Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones both had amazing roles, amazing chemistry with each other. Nothing felt rushed, nothing felt forced, which I see a lot with Glenn Powell and his co-stars. Anytime he's on screen, you really feel the whole story being more natural instead of forced, especially when you have two good actors acting as the leads. All the side characters were amazing as well, really funny at times. There is a photographer slash writer who is funny as well here and there, and one person of Tyler Owens' crew who I found very, very funny. And yeah, it was just a fun movie overall. A lot of comedic relief happening in all of the seriousness. There are a little bit of politics in this film. I'm not going to go too deep into them because I think it'll spoil a bit of the story, but there are a tiny bit of politics happening throughout the film. You don't notice it at first, but as the movie is progressing, you start to notice it a little bit more here and there. And then closer to the end, you realize what's happening with one of the groups of the tornado chasers. And I think that's all I'll say for that aspect. There is a tiny bit of politics, but not too much. Cinematography was beautiful. That's one of my favorite parts of any film I watch. The cinematography in this movie was brilliantly done in making a tornado feel like a tornado. I understand sometimes we love films that take place on a different world or a different universe, and it doesn't really make you feel out of this world, whereas this film was about Earth, about natural disasters that happen like tornadoes, and it really brought home the danger, the excitement, the fear, the overwhelmingness of a tornado. Just how it can make you feel so small with this huge thing happening right in the middle of a field or coming into town, and the devastation it causes. So I really think the cinematography in this film was important and it was beautiful. Romance was there. This movie is more of a sci-fi film, but there was a bit of a romance aspect between the two leads. It wasn't in your face, which I really liked, because I feel like sometimes in rom-coms, everything is just thrown at you and you don't really react the same way as when it's more natural and in the background, like in this film was. The film wasn't about romance, but there were romance aspects, so that shines through a lot better than when it's forced romance or when they're trying to convey a certain specific feelings that one character has for another character. So yeah, romance there is a little bit and it's done really well, but no, this is not a romance film. Sci-fi and beautifully written at that. And I think that's all I want to talk about. Just recap, 7.5 out of 10. Really good movie. Definitely a movie you should watch in the theaters instead of waiting for it to come to streaming services. And yeah, if you're looking for a movie to watch this weekend, I highly recommend Twisters or even Longlegs at that. If you want to watch my Longlegs review, I will link it somewhere here closer to the end of the video, which is about now. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will have another review up next weekend, and just keep watching. Peace.